Well, hello there, my friends. This is your boy, Garrett J, the founder, Wake Up Warrior, and creator of the Warrior Book, found at warriorbook.com. Welcome to Warrior on Fire Daily Fuel Edition. Today's topic is this. Fuck it. Just give it a try. Sit back and relax, and welcome to today's Daily Fuel. Now, right here is where I'm supposed to actually do a bunch of cool-ass intro music. It's supposed to go... You hear my wife talk, my daughter's talk. It's super inspirational. But that is not the case right now, my friend. No, because we are doing this in a new format. If you're listening to this in audio, well, guess what? You're missing all the video show. And don't worry, you can get details on all that found at warrioronfire.com. But if you watch on a video, then you get to see me do this shit real time, my friend. And I'm trying to figure out my thing because I'm literally controlling this. There we go. That's the angle that I want. Today, we're going to talk about an interesting topic, though. And the topic is, fuck it, try it anyways. And that may be different than what I just told you a second ago, but that's the message we're going to roll with right now anyways. Because here I am in a brand new fucking podcast studio. I'm not on my cell phone anymore, yelling into my voice notes, driving down the road in the Aventador, and you can hear it in the background. That's not happening. What is happening is a whole new dynamic in the way that I am running Warrior on Fire, the podcast. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, why the fuck would you run this in a new format? What is the point in running this show in a new way? It already works. And this is the big challenge that most individuals live in and experience on a day-to-day basis, which is this. They find something that works, they get it to work very well, and then when getting it to work very well, they decide to stop doing that thing, or they decide to start doing that thing. They just continue to do more of it. Now, let me explain what I mean by this. Stop doing it is that they do something that's working and then they stop. No, you and I have all had those situations where we started doing something that was working. We don't know why we actually stopped doing it. Think about this. When was the last time that you did something where you're like, you know what, I was doing this thing. Maybe it's in your body, maybe some kind of fitness routine, something you're up to there. I was doing this thing and it was working. But for some reason, I just randomly on a Tuesday, 2 months later, stopped fucking doing it. And then it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Next thing you know, I'm not doing it anymore at all. And I'm wondering, why have I stopped doing this? Maybe it was some kind of strategy you were using inside of your relationship with your wife, with your kids, inside of balance, right? You were doing something, maybe it's a sex thing, maybe it's something sexual for you. Maybe you had a strategy sexually that was working for you, and then randomly on a Thursday at like 7:42 p.m., you decide to stop fucking doing it for some reason. Why you did this, I don't know. So there's the things that you and I do where we just stop doing them. We just stop doing them for no given reason. Meditation was a problem for me in the sense that I would get very committed to meditation. I would meditate, bam, 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 for months and months and months and months and months in a row. And then randomly, out of some crazy, insane idea, I would stop. I would literally just stop. And it'd be like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, and there was no meditation to be found. Why? Just because it was Tuesday at 7:42 p.m. and I decided to randomly stop. So this is one of the issues that you and I face, is we just stop doing shit that's working. Okay, now we have the other side of this, though, and the other side is a little more tricky. The other side is going to play us down the following, which is it's going to say, hey, listen, there is this thing that I am doing, and I stopped doing it, but worse, there is this thing that I'm doing that is working, and I know that I want more in my life, but instead of pursuing more in my life, what I do is I just keep doing the same fucking thing. Right? Now, maybe you've had this experience. Maybe you've felt this. Maybe you've experienced this inside of your world, which is this reality of the following, which is there are things that you are doing right now that work really, really good. But you are not stopping doing those things, and you're definitely continually doing those things, yet the thing that was good has now become the thing that is bad. The thing that was working to get you where you are today is no longer working to get you where you need to go. So take this entire game of business, right? The podcast was working. It's working. It's working to do it on this cell phone, right? This cell phone right here, this exact one that you can see right now. If you're not listening, if you're just listening, then you can't see it. But this cell phone right here, this one has recorded 666 episodes, maybe more. 666. Satan's number has recorded that number of podcasts on this cell phone. And I started off on a podcast mic, but then I went to, it wasn't working for me. I hated coming into a studio. I didn't like it. I didn't even have a studio. I was using my office. And I would come in and I would record this thing on a microphone and be all like intense, right? And I actually started, you may not know this, I started the Warrior on Fire podcast as a Sunday sermon experience. Now, you might be wondering, Sunday sermon, what the hell does this mean? Sunday sermon was like literally I would come in on Sundays and then I would do this thing kind of like I was like Joel Osteen, but that didn't really work out. I didn't like it. So I stopped doing it and I started doing this. And this is working. Hundreds of thousands of people listen to this show. So why the fuck would I do something different? Why would I try to do this at all? Why do this different at all? Seriously, I'm asking you a fucking question. Why change it if it's not broken? This is a question I get asked all the time inside of balance, inside of business, inside of being, inside of body. People say, well, dude, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But here's the challenge. If you and I have been called in our lives to grow and to experience more, if that is the purpose of our lives, is to become more, and I'm going to have you consider that that is the exact purpose of your life, is to become more. That's your purpose. That's my purpose. Become more today than we were yesterday. But here's the challenge. The patterns of yesterday, the thing that you were doing yesterday that's working really, really well, that got you here, unfortunately will not get you there. This podcast, the way I was doing it was fantastic. And for a number of years, I blasted the shit out of the airways by using this beautiful device known as an iPhone with voice notes in my Teams and iTunes, and we blasted this show out all over the world. And 100,000 plus subscribers later, millions of downloads of the show later, and me yelling for 10 minutes into your ear every single morning, this shit started working and people enjoyed it. You enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. It made my life better. No bullshit. Made my life better. I was a happier person sharing my life with you and sharing these stories. But I got to a point here about 3 weeks ago, right before the beginning of the new year, 2018, I said, you know what? This got us here, but it's not going to get us where we want to go. It's not going to get us where we want to go. Like, I'm going to have to change this up. So I looked at my team and I said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn the back part of my office into a podcast studio. I then got on the old Amazon.com and I bought all of this blue and black foam that you see here. Again, if you're listening, you don't understand what I'm talking about. But if you're watching, you see exactly what I'm talking about is this blue and black foam all over the place. It's fucking fantastic. I love it. Okay, and I said, we're going to build this thing out. I hired my contractor. He came in. Our contractor got after it, and inside of it, he helped me build this entire, what am I talking about help me build? I didn't do shit. I said, listen, this is what I want. Here's the vision. He built all this out. I went to my teams up in our studio. I said, get the cameras in here. Figure out how to let me edit and do this entire show by myself. Literally using this little remote and this entire camera setup. I'm recording the entire thing just like I used to do, only I'm recording it now via video too. And this is the purpose of my existence inside of business, is to innovate and to create, to take what is working and then add to it and take it to the next level. And this is where we're going to end our show today, is with a simple fucking question for you. And here is the question. It's not miraculous. It's not psychotic. It's simply this. What in your life, cross body, being, balance, and business, where is something that was working for you that you stopped doing, you don't even know why? Okay, so you're going to find that one here. The second thing you're going to find is what is the thing inside of your life that is working that you know you must stop doing? So we've got kind of those two sides. You're going to pull out your war map and your weapon, aka journal and your pen. You're going to write that shit down. Okay, now once you've gotten that written down, I'm going to challenge you to look at a couple things here inside of that, which is the following. Inside of that area, here's the area. I'm writing it down. In my body, I stop doing this. In my balance, I need to stop doing this. Then here's the question. In the area that you stop doing shit, what do you know you need to start again? And in the area where you're going and you know you need to stop, what is the first thing you can do today to stop that pattern or to begin to wind it down so that you can move into the next pattern or the next game of requirement? My friends, that's all I got for you today. That's all I got for you today. And here, I'm gonna get this show itself is still rolling. We're having a fantastic time. This microphone's loose as fuck. I got to figure out why the fuck it's so loose, because it's like rolling all over the goddamn place. But anyways, we got the first episode out. The first Daily Fuel is done. I don't even have all the fucking commercials ready for you, so I'm just going to roll it down at you one more time, just like we did on the cell phone. Let's go back for a moment to the cell phone, shall we? Here it is. Number one. A couple of reminders here. If you're not currently subscribed in iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher to Warrior on Fire, get yourself subscribed today. Reminding yourself that you can also do the following. You can get the video version and the audio version. So if you're not subscribed to both of those, make sure you are. If you want to watch it, if you think I'm ugly as fuck, you don't want to watch it, I understand. Don't subscribe to the video part. Okay, inside of this also, if you head on over to the blog at warrioronfire.com, you're going to be able to get two things. One, you're going to be able to get the daily action guides that we make available here every single day and every single week, the weekly reminders. You simply go to warrioronfire.com, put your email address in and click submit, and we will start sending those your way. The other piece on top of this is the old Warrior Book. Okay, now warriorbook.com is where you can find the manual, $100 investment. You invest in yourself, invest in your future. I'm going to ship that book to you. You're going to find the depth inside of the Warrior's Way at a level you've never understood. It's going to help marry up all the concepts that you're taking here inside of this podcast. Now, our third piece here inside of this, our final little responsibilities, if you will, come down to this. One, if you're going to listen to the show, you're going to watch this show, you're going to read about this show, and you're not going to do shit, stop that. Do stuff. That's all we're about here. Second piece in this, because I give you this show for free, you don't pay me. All I ask for you to do is share the show with somebody else. Find somebody in your world that you know could get value from this daily fuel and share it up with them today. My friends, that's all I got for you. I'm signing off here with our first inaugural episode, coming at you live with video, coming at you with audio, and coming at you with text. Signing off, saying love and light, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.